Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video. Before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're alerted anytime I drop a new video, which is every Tuesday. Also, if you feel so compelled, please join us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/IPON70. Same as the YouTube channel. You guys have been absolutely killing it. This week was one of the most active weeks, I think, ever since I launched the channel for day in, day out subscribers. It was just consistently subscribers. People making requests. You're loving the iced coffees, and I'm glad because we're moving into summer. We're going to be hitting some more of that in the future. Iced coffees, they're amazing. I mean, especially as the temps go up, it's one of life's little enjoyments. So we will definitely be doing more of those. Also, some of you were trying to guess what we were going to be doing this week. I gave you a little bit of a hint. If you looked around on the thing and I told you it's going to be similar to last week, well, it is. By request, we have two, again, a double feature. We have the double Espresso Scuro for the Vertuo line. And then we have it's part of the Barista Creations line, but it's also Scuro. So we'll see how these stack up. We know kind of how last week went. Not so well. Let's take a look at the Aromatic Profile. The Robusta coffee beans in this blend deliver their specific taste by the slow flow and high extraction temperature, resulting in a strong, intense, and balanced texture. Excellent. That's for the Vertuo line. In the Barista Creations, the Aromatic Profile, we took our inspiration from the baristas in Melbourne. They are the masters of robust but exquisitely balanced taste. Their roasting and blending lend an aromatic power poised as the yin to the yang of milk. Wow. So they yin to the yang. So I'm assuming they're doing a balance to the milk. Our Barista Creations Scuro shows you how intense your coffee can get while still staying beautifully in balance with milk. It's just roasty enough to push through the milk, and its delicate sweetness tempers its intensity to make it a compelling, intense cappuccino or a latte macchiato. Wow, if these both play out the way they're listing here, this is going to be great. Looking back at the Vertuo line, double Espresso Scuro is a highly roasted blend made from Central American Robusta and Arabicas. Its very dark, smoky character is enriched by notes reminiscent of cocoa and vanilla. That sounds wonderful. With milk, this coffee keeps its powerful character while enhancing the cocoa notes. Well, we will definitely do that. It is a double espresso pour, as the name implies, 2.7 ounces, intensity 8. So that's up there a little ways. Let's take a look at the original line. Taking our inspiration from Melbourne baristas, the masters of robust but perfectly balanced taste. We chose Arabicas from Colombia and Ethiopia and then split roasted them in a very contrasting manner to create an intense roasted coffee taste that balances perfectly with milk. The Barista Creations, all of those basically are made to be put with milk. So as a standalone, they're usually not as good as they are with milk. We'll take a look at that. This one is ristretto, so it's a 0.85 ounce pour, and they're saying basically a cappuccino or latte macchiato. Roastiness with milk, 2. Milky taste, 3. Bitterness with milk, 3. And a creamy texture, 3. All right, let's take a look at our pods. Let's take a look at the double espresso ones first. all look like they're in decent shape. Take a look at the original line. These actually look like they're all in good shape. Man, it is labeled on the bottom. These are always hard to see on camera. Double espresso, pretty much a dark brown, maybe with a hint of gold in it. Labeled on the bottom. I'm a huge fan of that. The Barista Creations, kind of a caramel almost look to the pod. Caramel and then brown swirls through it, also labeled on the bottom. Let's go brew a shot. Double espresso, Vertuo line. Let's get this pod going. We got our little bit bigger cup this week since last week we ended up with a little problem. This one we're gonna set to a standard pour espresso setting. Oh, there goes an old pod. This one took just a little bit longer than the other guy. Smelled, I don't know if it just overpowered this one or what. This one I didn't even hardly get a smell off of while it was brewing. Ooh, that one's hot. See what this guy... It smells almost sour. It kind of almost is vaporing into my eyes, which is odd. This one smelled absolutely amazing while it was brewing. Ooh, oh man, you can smell the cocoa smell in there. That smells wonderful. Wow, okay, let's go give them a taste. Obtusely large spoon. Just gonna fold a little bit of the crema back in. I did actually make a mistake on this one. I should have done my first draw as the Ristretto and I didn't. So I will redo it once we do the taste test here as an espresso. Whew, which one to go with first? Go with the small guy first. All right, Scuro for the original line. Ah, that's weird. Not bad. Tastes pretty good. Not what I was smelling. It's got a little bit of a... Try this one more. It's got a very, very mild bitter to it. Almost a little bit of a floral taste to it. Yeah, it's almost got like a little bit of a, yeah, almost like a floral taste to it. Not bad. This one's okay. It would not be a go-to for me. It doesn't quite have the flavor profile that I usually go after just as my daily drink. But I think if you kind of like this, yeah, it's got a very nice, smooth textured bitter in there, which is really good. Almost with a, I don't know, they don't really say what you're to expect flavor wise here. Yeah, they really don't say on their site what you're to expect, but it kind of has like a very smooth textured bitterness to it, but with a little bit of floral. Not bad. Not bad. Not my thing, but not bad. I need to cleanse my palate real quick. Double Espresso Scuro for the Vertuo line. What is that? It's got a decent, like, the cocoa definitely comes through. A little bit of a, just a slight woody texture to it. Not bad though, not bad. I'm not, just comparing, contrasting with last week, I think last week's was better. This one's not bad. It it has a little bit of a, I like the taste when I'm drinking it. I don't like the aftertaste. That's kind of what's hanging me up on this one. And I can't quite pin. It's just got an odd aftertaste that I'm not sure I'm super keen on. So in a shift from last week, this one was definitely better. These I wasn't in favor of. This one actually tastes better, although I wouldn't drink it as a daily. Neither one of them are bad. I think this is okay. It just has an odd aftertaste. Level 8 for that. Barely. I would almost shove it down a level, maybe 7. They say it's intense. It's good. I think it's going to blend out well with milk. Actually, I need to make a ristretto real quick. It does change the smell. Still has that little bit of a, I don't know what makes my eyes almost feels like, you know, like when you get Vicks Vapor Rub too close to your eyes and it kind of makes you blink real quick. That's kind of what this is doing, and I don't know why. I don't know what's in it. But let's give it a taste. That floral taste, it's really, really enhanced. And I'm not sure that's a good thing. Ugh. But this, it's too much. Oh, that's weird. It's not. Last week, I'll be straight up honest. Last week, it was all I could do to keep what I was drinking down. It was literally, that whole thing was going sideways quick. This one is not there. It's just a very, very strong, florally. The bitter still is, it really hasn't increased much. The bitter's kind of right on par. I kind of like the bitter in it. The floral notes that kind of go with it, not a huge fan of. But the bitter, I like. This one's not bad. For me personally, it is not my cup of tea. But I think this is going to be, I have to think of what everybody would like. For me personally, no. But we'll see how this plays out at the end. We're going to do round 2 with milk. We're going to do an espresso shot out of this. Or should we do let's go round 2. We're going to turn this one into cappuccino latte. I know they're different. I know. We'll turn this one into the same thing. So let's go brew another shot. Round 2, double espresso scuro. We're also going to get this guy going. Since a lot of you do not have the wand, I'm going to try to keep this as equal as I can. I'm going to put in 4 ounces of milk. The bulk of it is going to go over to this one. 3 ounces and 1 ounce, or about 3 ounces. It's going to work out roughly. I'm going to try and make them basically 50-50. So this is going to get about 1 ounce. This is going to get about 3 ounces. That's what we're going to do. Let's load our machine up here. That is almost dead on, 4 ounces. Number 2 is ready. Milk actually just finished. That's perfect. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a judgment call. Whew. We're going to try and do this one. Man, that's hard to tell. That looks like it's close to 1 ounce. That would mean the rest goes into this guy. Oh, we do need, we gotta give this guy just a little bit of milk foam. Let's go give him a taste. Just gonna blend it just a little bit. Same with this one. We're gonna try this one first. This is the Scuro with the ristretto setting and 1 ounce of milk. That honestly isn't bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, that blends out nicely, and that's to be expected as the barista creations are meant to actually be put with milk. Not bad. Not bad. Double espresso scuro with milk. It tastes like wet wood now. That's weird. It's kind of, there was another one that kind of, man, that was so long ago, I don't remember, but I described it as wet wood. It's kind of like, I don't like that at all. That's just weird tasting. You know when you leave, you know when you get those chopsticks that you pull apart and for whatever reason you're sitting there at the dinner table with them waiting for your meal and you put those things in your mouth and you kind of get that wood taste from the chopsticks? Well, anyways, that's what it tastes like. It's got a very odd woody kind of cocoa flavor coming through. I don't know. I don't really appreciate that flavor. Little bit of a cocoa taste in there. Yeah, this one, I want to try something really quick with both of these. I had a gut feeling while these were brewing that this one might lend itself really well with vanilla. So I'm going to give it the ever so slightest touch, if I can. It's not oh, there it goes. Okay, there's that, and then I'm gonna give this one pump. I think that's gonna be good. All right, let's stir this in real quick. It's cold now, but shoot, I kind of want to try this again. No, that doesn't. That's just a weird flavor with milk. It was okay by itself, but that is just an oddly weird, wet, woody tasting, bizarre aftertaste flavor going on in that one. I don't know what. No, not a fan. This one, I'm going to whip up one off camera really quick. Come back. We're going to add a little vanilla to it while it's hot. Let me do that really quick. Be right back. All right. So off camera, I brewed up a second shot. Tried to get it again close to 50-50. Added a half pump into the milk, my favorite way to do it. Let's give it another shot. So this is Scuro Barista Creations, about 50-50, a half shot, like just maybe even a quarter shot of vanilla. Yeah. The vanilla adds to that flavor, that floral flavor that I was kind of picking up on, or whatever it tastes floral to me. Whatever this floral flavor was that came through, this was a little overpowering, but with milk, it's perfect. Ristretto setting, this setting with the milk, just literally a quarter push of chocolate, of vanilla, just like that much, just a tiny bit in with the milk, let it froth at normal setting. Yeah, The vanilla brings out just a little bit of that floral. It tempers just a tiny bit, but makes it taste better. The bitter, that's pretty good. This surprises me because this one smelled so good. I really expected an amazing cup out of this one. These did not smell that good to me, and they turn out to be the wonderful one with milk. So what do we got? Let's take a look at what they're doing here. Double Espresso Scuro. It's $1 a pod. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say pass on this one. You can get a really, really good double espresso in the Chiaro, the one that we did last week. So I would say try that one if you're going after a double espresso. Double Espresso Scuro, Vertuo line, pass. With milk, oddly wet wood. With chocolate, not any better. So this one's just a pass. The original line is 72 cents a pod. It's part of the Barista Creations. Now, as a shot, for me personally, no, it's a pass. I do believe it has a flavor in there that some people are going to like. I am not a huge fan. Well, the Ristretto, that floral was so over the top. No. As an espresso shot, it was okay. It was decent. With the milk, it came alive. So this one really played out how they said it would. 72 cents a pod. I would say this one's a buy. I would stick personally, again, more in the espresso setting or with the milk. Original line for the, or Scuro for the original line, I would say this one's a purchase. I don't believe any of these are going to work well as an iced coffee. This one wouldn't have a flavor I would think anybody would go after in an iced coffee. This one I didn't really care for as either way, so I'm not going to try it as an iced coffee this week. Overall, kind of shocked actually. Smelled amazing, didn't smell amazing, taste good, didn't taste good. Go figure. That brings us to an end of another video. I thank you once again for your time. Don't forget to visit us over on Patreon, patreon.com/IPON70. Help support the channel that way as my other subscribers have. I thank you deeply. It means the world to me that you think enough of the content and our channel to support us that way. It really does. It really does. It means a lot to me, and I thank you deeply. For those of you that are new to the channel, make sure that you like, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you'll see next week's video, which will be on a Tuesday again. And if you would like to see any coffees reviewed, whether it's for the original line or the Vertuo line, drop that down in the comments. I'll do my level best to get it out to you in a timely fashion. Until next week, have a great rest of your day.